जैसे 1 प्लस ए है, सो वी कैन गेट 1 प्लस ए बाई 2 इज ग्रेटर देन इक्वल टू रूट ए, फिर 1 प्लस बी बाई 2 इज ग्रेटर देन इक्वल टू रूट बी, फिर सिमिलरली 1 प्लस सी बाई 2 इज ग्रेटर देन इक्वल टू रूट सी, एंड 1 प्लस डी बाई 2 इज ग्रेटर देन इक्वल टू रूट डी, और फिर इन चारों को मल्टीप्लाई कर दो, तो सारा लेफ्ट हैंड LHS और सारा RHS आपस में मल्टीप्लाई हो जाएगा, एंड दैट विल गिव यू द रिक्वायर्ड आंसर। ठीक है?
हाँ सर, ओके सर, वही। हाँ
Okay, then we go to the next question. 6 हो गया. 7. If the third term of a GP is 4, what will be the product of the first 5 terms?
सर सबका मतलब वो मल्टीप्लाई कर लो, तो A into AR into AR square
AR square, AR cube, AR power 4, ये 5 terms होगा. अब इस पूरे को मल्टीप्लाई आउट करोगे तो यू विल गेट A to the power 5 into R to the power
10.
4 3 2 1 10. ठीक है, which then can be written as AR square to the power 5. ठीक है, and AR square is basically the middle term which is given as 4. So this is 4 to the power 5, which is 2 to the power 10. Get it? These questions were not even worth 30 seconds. Next, 8. This question is from Sengage. अरे में भी है ये वाला क्वेश्चन तो. हाँ
सर, इसमें खाली HM निकाल लेते तभी हो जाता ना?
कुछ भी निकाल लोगे तो हो जाएगा. AM से भी निकल जाएगा.
नहीं सर, AM का भी 2 ऑप्शन है, GM का भी 2, खाली HM तीनों में अलग है, तो HM निकाल लो.
अच्छा, वैसे हाँ ठीक है, राइट. तो AM HM एक करके निकाल लो. ठीक है ना. सो जैसे इफ यू पुट n इक्वल टू 0, तो ये a प्लस b बाई 2 हो जाएगा. सो AM के लिए वी नीड द वैल्यू एज 0. ठीक है, फिर n को हाफ कर दो एंड सिंप्लीफाई कर लो, तो GM आ जाएगा. माइनस हाफ करने से GM आ जाएगा, एंड -1 करने से HM आ जाएगा. ठीक है, -1 करोगे तो हो जाएगा 1 + 1 2, एंड ये आ जाएगा 2 by 1 by A plus 1 by B, which is basically HM. So C would be the answer. HM से एक बार में ही आ जाता, that is correct. अच्छा, next question number 9. अच्छा, इस question में a lot of people have sent me the doubt asking me what is the meaning of this K. A lot of people have sent me doubts asking that what is the meaning of this K. So over here you need to understand something. In most of the questions, whenever we take the general term Tn, it is taken in terms of n. We try to keep the general term in terms of n, right? But it is not a necessary thing. The notation depends on the question. As I've said, whether it is Tn or whether it is Tr or whether it is Tk or whether it is T alpha, the notation doesn't imply anything. Okay, we can also have general term given in terms of R. We can have a general term given in terms of K. We can have a general term given in terms of any letter. It doesn't make any difference because general term is just a simple representation. Clear? It is not necessary that every time the general term of a sequence will be given in terms of n. It is not necessary. Question में बोल दिया, we need to find the sum of the first n terms, and this expression given in terms of k is over here to help us derive the general term. ठीक है, like the kth, तो इस केस में आ जाएगा the kth term of the sequence is 1 plus 2 plus 2 square up till 2 to the power k minus 1. ऐसा, that is the meaning of the question. ठीक है, instead of representing the general term as Tn, the question has used the representation of Tk. Don't get confused by this representation. This representation has no meaning at all. इसका कोई significance नहीं है. whether it is n, r, k, it doesn't mean anything, because when you apply summation, तो summation में जो formula है, that is now, अब वो summation n लिखो, summation r लिखो, summation k लिखो, all of them will give you the same answer, which is n into n plus 1 by 2. Clear है? What is the letter inside the summation? Variable तो matter नहीं करता ना. I hope everyone is clear with this. जैसे when you are writing a code, whether you initiate the variable as I or you initiate the variable as k, or whether you initiate the variable as n, does that make any difference to the code? Code तो same way में function करेगा. I hope everyone is okay with this.
Yes, sir.
So that is the significance. So k का यहाँ पे कोई अलग सा significance नहीं है. If you are let's say if you are more comfortable in solving things in terms of n, so you could have simply replaced k in terms of n. K को 2 power n minus 1 करके you could have solved. एक ही बात है. ठीक है? Makes no difference. So now continuing forward, so when we simplify in this way, what would the general term come out to be? 1 minus 2 to the power k divided by 1 minus 2, which is to say 2 to the power k minus 1. Now we need to find the sum of n terms. How do you find Sn? Sn is a summation applied on the general term. तो ये हो जाएगा summation 2 to the power k minus summation 1. अब बस फॉर्मूला लगा दो इसमें. What will 2 to the power k represent?
A GP.
Sir,
हाँ,
GP.
This will represent a GP. तो बस इसमें GP का फॉर्मूला लगा दो, and ये तो minus n दे ही देगा. Clear है? So
Yes, sir.
Starting with 1, ये आ जाएगा 2 into 1 minus 2 to the power n divided by 1 minus 2 minus n. अब इसको simplify कर लो, that will give you the values of n, r, r, s, t सारा. I hope everyone is clear with this.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
ये सब variables
r is equal to 1 आएगा, s is equal to 0 आएगा, t is equal to minus 1 आएगा, and I think u is equal to 2 आ जाएगा, minus 2 आ जाएगा. So that's how you would end up getting the value as minus 2.
सर एक बार क्वेश्चन नंबर 8 समझा दें.
Question number
8.
8.
यस सर.
अच्छा 9 तो सबको क्लियर है ना?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. 8 में तो वैल्यू डाल के देख लेना. जैसे a और b का हार्मोनिक मीन क्या होना चाहिए?
2ab by a plus b.
हार्मोनिक मीन आना चाहिए 2 by 1 by a plus 1 by b. ये तो होता है ना, तभी तो 2ab by a plus b आएगा.
Yes.
अब ये एक्सप्रेशन, when will this expression become this expression? When n is equal to minus 1. तो बस इतना सा चेक करने से आंसर सी हो गया.
सर या तो एपी का भी चेक कर सकते थे ना.
एपी का 2 ऑप्शन आ जाएगा ना, बी एंड सी.
लेकिन इसमें हम लोग को तीनों चेक नहीं करना था, बिकॉज़ नन ऑफ दीस भी दिया हुआ था आंसर में.
नहीं तो जब सी आंसर आई जाएगा तो नन ऑफ दीस तो ऐसे ही वैलिड नहीं रहा ना. जब एचएम चेक करेंगे तो एचएम से सी आई रहा है, तो अदर ऑप्शंस आर रिडंडेंट. Okay, and ये if 1, 2, 3 n are the first n terms and half 1 by 3,
Hit and trial.
सर इसमें तो S1, S2, S3 निकाल लेंगे, फिर वो एक एपी बन जाएगा.
हाँ, you can do it in that way.
2, 3, 4 का एपी बन गया वो तो.
S1 क्या आएगा? S1 आएगा infinite GP.
2.
In the first terms and half. तो first term 1 है और ये half है, तो S1 आ जाएगा 2. S2 आएगा
3.
2 divided
3.
by 1 minus 1 by 3. इसे 3 आ गया. S3 आ जाएगा 3 divided by 1 minus 1 by 4. 4 आ गया. तो basically ये तो 2, 3, 4, 5 ही बन जाएगा. which is this.
तो फिर इसको AP से सॉल्व कर लेंगे ना सर?
हाँ, तो एपी के सॉल्व कर लो।
सर ये क्वेश्चन ही नहीं समझ में आया, प्लीज एक बार रिपीट करिए ना।
इसमें S1 is a S1, S2, S3 ये सारा GP सीरीजेस है, ठीक है? These are all GP सीरीजेस। इसका फर्स्ट टर्म इज 1, इसका फर्स्ट टर्म इज 2, सिमिलरली S3 का फर्स्ट टर्म इज 3 एंड सो ऑन सो फोर्थ, ठीक है? एंड कॉमन रेशियो S1 का इज हाफ, S2 का इज 1/3, S3 का इज 1/4 एंड सो ऑन सो फोर्थ। समझ गया?
हाँ सर।
तो अब इंडिविजुअली S1, S2, S3 सबका वैल्यू निकाल के उनको ऐड करना है
टिल इनफाइनाइट टर्म्स।
टिल n टर्म्स, Sn तक दिया है ना,
अच्छा ओके।
टिल Sn तक दिया है। तो ये बेसिकली
सो आंसर सी नहीं होगा क्या?
2 से लेके n+1
Answer-
ऐड करना है। हाँ हाँ, आंसर सी होगा इसका। इसका आंसर सी होगा, 2 से लेके n+1 तक ऐड करना है।
ओके सर।
ठीक है, तो फिर वो तो लगा दो। +n, आंसर सी आएगा इसका। ठीक है, सो दैट इज द डिस्कशन। इसका सी है, हाँ करेक्ट। सो आई होप एवरीवन इज क्लियर विद ऑल द 10 क्वेश्चंस।
Yes, sir.
यस
Yes,
सर।
sir.
Anyone getting 40? किसी का all 10 correct? Anyone? क्या यार, no one? ऐसे मत करो, this is really disheartening. इतना इजी पेपर में भी सबका किसी का भी सारा करेक्ट नहीं हुआ।
सर वो RUST वाला कंफ्यूजन था।
हाँ सर।
सर हम तो वो n वाला क्वेश्चन मिसरेड कर लिया।
सर वो RUST ठीक से समझ नहीं आया।
Should I explain that question again? अब तो सबको क्लियर है ना?
यस सर।
हाँ सर।
सर मुझे वो वाला नहीं आया RUST ठीक से।
अभी भी नहीं आया।
Explain again, I got disconnected.
तो 8 क्वेश्चन था क्या वो? नहीं, हाँ ये वाला तो देखो, इसमें दिस सिचुएशन इज लाइक Tn is given as 1 + 2 + 2 square + 2 cube, ऐसे करते करते ये 2 to the power n-1 तक जाएगा। ठीक है, यहाँ पे ये जो k वाला टर्म गिवन है, दिस इज द kth टर्म। तो दिस इज बेसिकली गिवन सो दैट यू कैन फाइंड आउट द nth टर्म ऑफ द सीक्वेंस। इसको जनरलाइज करके nth टर्म निकाल सकते हो। तो ये तो GP है, GP का सम लगा दो, तो ये आ जाएगा 2 to the power n-1। ठीक है, it applies sum of a GP, this will become 2 to the power n-1. Now if we know Tn, how do we find Sn? Sn is a summation applied on Tn, so this becomes a summation of 2 to the power n minus summation 1. तो summation 1 का वैल्यू क्या हो गया? -n, and what will summation 2n represent?
GP।
सम ऑफ अ GP। अच्छा, अब इसमें when you take 2 power n, तो इसका एक्सपेंशन में what be the first term? n को 1 डालेंगे तो 2, फिर अगला टर्म 2 स्क्वायर, फिर अगला टर्म 2 क्यूब, सो ऑन सो फोर्थ। तो इसमें फर्स्ट टर्म 2 है और कॉमन रेशियो भी 2 है। a is 2, r is also 2, so then what would be the summation? 2 into 1 minus 2 power n by 1 minus 2। तो 1 minus 2 तो नेगेटिव साइन आएगा, नेगेटिव साइन ऊपर में एब्जॉर्ब कर लेंगे, तो इसका फाइनल आंसर क्या आएगा? 2 to the power n+1 minus 2 minus n। ठीक है,
सर उसके बाद
अब इसके बाद ये जो एक्सप्रेशन गिवन है इससे कंपेयर करना है। ठीक है.
Sir, D is the answer.
हाँ, D is the answer. अब जैसे इसमें कंपेयर करोगे, यहाँ पे 2 to the power n plus r है और यहाँ पे 2 to the power n plus 1 है. तो on comparing, what does r become?
1.
1. यहाँ पे sn square है. अच्छा, अब n square तो अपने आंसर में है ही नहीं, तो what must s be?
0.
0. अच्छा, tn, what is the coefficient of n over here?
-1.
-1.
तो t हो गया -1. And what is the constant term in this case?
-2.
तो u हो गया -2. You just have to compare the coefficients. That's all.
Okay.
अब clear है?
हाँ सर, थैंक यू सर.
Okay, no worries.
Yes.
Okay, now in today's Zoom session, I will not be taking any doubts. Okay, I actually wanted to discuss the homework that I gave, but I find that most of you have already completed most of the questions. There are a few common doubts. Okay, so for the doubts in the homework, you can actually ping me and we'll do a one-on-one session. So that along with the homework's doubt, if you have any other doubts from any of the previous chapters or other session exercises, मतलब quadratic session exercises या फिर कोई भी पुराना chapter का कोई भी doubt है, sequential series हो, logs or trig or anything, you know, we can discuss in one Zoom session. So this week I'll be conducting a lot of one-on-one Zoom sessions for if you are or if you ask for it. Okay. I hope all of you would have at least attempted the homework that I gave. There were not much, just 69 questions. Okay, and out of those 69 questions, most of them were pretty straightforward, to be honest. Okay. So now, right now, what I'm going to discuss is just a bit of things related to exam taking skill. I am sure that Varun sir and Rajesh sir would also have discussed with you their thoughts on how to or what things that you should do during the exam, right? Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yes, sir.
So,
So they did discuss it, right? Varun sir and Rajesh sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes sir.
Yes.
yes, sir.
Okay. So it's quite possible that what I am going to discuss is just going to be the same or more of the same thing. But you know, just in case if there is something new, then you can note that thing down. First thing that I want to tell you is it is not necessary to take the paper or solve the paper subject wise. ठीक है कि पहला 1 घंटा फिजिक्स में फिर नेक्स्ट जो है वो फिजिक्स केमिस्ट्री में and then you go to the third subject. ठीक है, that is generally the trend that people follow because if you're doing one particular subject then there is a similarity of thought. जैसे physics कर रहे हो तो you're only thinking about physics throughout and that helps, right? Instead of पहले physics का सोच रहे हो फिर chemistry सोच रहे हो फिर math सोच रहे हो, juggling does become confusing sometimes, right? But what I would prefer is think of my suggestions in this way. Let's say physics, chemistry, maths, these are the 3 papers. Now physics will have some easy questions, some average questions and some difficult questions. Same goes for chemistry, easy, average, difficult. Same goes for maths, easy, average, difficult. Okay. Now what I generally say is out of the 3, first thing first, don't start with maths. पहले मैथ्स से तो पेपर स्टार्ट ही मत करो. Out of physics and chemistry, whichever is your strongest subject, start with that. You can start with chemistry, you can start with physics. The reason being, maths में हर question solve करना होगा. So and solving takes time. So in order to build up the momentum, एक question solving का momentum जो develop करना होता है, if you start with maths, that will take a lot more time to develop than compared to physics and chemistry. Chemistry में momentum develop करना सबसे easy है because most of the questions would be theory questions. You have to read the question, mark the answer, move ahead. Okay, there will be some questions that you need to solve as well, but almost those would just be 1/3 of the questions. सिर्फ physical chemistry का questions होगा जो solve करना होगा, whether it is organic chemistry or inorganic chemistry. In both of them, you just have to read the question, mark the answer. If you know the answer, you know it. If you don't know the answer, you don't know it. There is no way of being able to guess the answer. Okay, so generally, it's the building of momentum is easiest with chemistry. And physics may be same thing. You have some theory questions. Theory questions helps to develop momentum क्योंकि उसमें tick करके you can move forward and the question is done. Now, this thing, the easy questions in all the three subjects, easy. This is something that you must solve. ये तो definitely solve करना ही है. Any question that you leave out of this section is a sheer loss, and it's a penalizing loss. Okay, it cannot be compensated. ये बहुत बड़ा लॉस है, राइट? सो इन दैट केस व्हाट आई सजेस्ट इज आउट ऑफ यू हैव 75 क्वेश्चंस इन द पेपर फिजिक्स केमिस्ट्री मैथ्स, स्टार्ट इन दिस वे. पहले सारा फिजिक्स या केमिस्ट्री जो भी और फर्स्ट सब्जेक्ट है, रीड ऑल द क्वेश्चंस. रीड ऑल 25 क्वेश्चंस. नाउ आउट ऑफ द 25 क्वेश्चंस यू नाउ अब देखो यहाँ पे प्रिपरेशन काम आएगा. Your preparation must be so strong that after reading a particular question, you should be able to categorize it as the easy, average या difficult question. Easy question होगा जो simple formula based question है, and within 30 seconds or within less than a minute, you can solve that question. Okay? Any question that takes less than a minute to solve is an easy question. So once you read a question and you find that it's an easy question, you can solve it in less than a minute. उसको immediately वहीं पे solve कर दो. ठीक है? Solve it there, then and there itself. Then next, if you find that it is an average question. Now, what is the definition of an average question? An average question is a question which you know how to solve it, but it is a lengthy question. These are the questions which are lengthy, which will take time. They are not difficult. You know how to solve them, but थोड़ा पेपर वर्क लगेगा. ठीक है, उसको लिखना होगा, बहुत सारी चीजें इक्वेशंस लिखनी होगी, फिर वैल्यूज निकाल के फिर डिराइव करना होगा, आंसर डिराइव करना होगा. Those type of questions. ठीक है, this would be the questions which generally on an average would take 2 to 3 minutes to solve. Clear है? So इन questions को क्या करोगे? Options में you have a save and next, mark as review का option होता है, right? ठीक है?
Yes, sir.
Put all these questions in the category of mark as review और छोड़ दो. Don't try to solve them. Mark as review करो and skip. Next question read करो. And what would be a difficult question? A difficult question would be a question जिसको पढ़ के हवा ही नहीं लगा कि क्या था ये. ठीक है? It went tangentially. कहां से कहां गया कुछ समझ ही नहीं आया. ठीक है? So you have no idea how to solve that question, and the only way to get the answer is उस पे बैठ के दिमाग लगाना पड़ेगा. ठीक है, माथा लगाना पड़ेगा कि okay यार क्या what should be the next step, what should be the next step, how should we proceed. All these things you will have to think. पूरा algorithm design करना पड़ेगा. Those questions are the difficult questions. ठीक है, तो obviously उसको तो देख के skip कर दो. Don't mark them for review as well. सीधा skip, पूरा skip. Clear है? ये वाला questions को mark करके सेव एंड नेक्स्ट कर दो. मार्क करो, खत्म करो. इसको मार्क एज रिव्यू करो, एंड डिफिकल्ट क्वेश्चंस को कुछ भी मत करो. ठीक है? सेम थिंग. नाउ वंस यू हैव gone through all the 25 questions and you have divided the 25 questions into these three categories, move on to the next subject. Like if you started off with physics, go to chemistry or maths, जो भी. Okay? Once your momentum is developed, then you can choose any order of chapter or any order of subjects. It doesn't really, it's no longer important. ठीक है? Whatever is your second subject, suppose करो second subject chemistry है, तो उसमें भी same 25 questions है. Start reading all the 25 questions, all the easy questions, solve it then and there. All the average question mark as review करके छोड़ दो. All the difficult questions leave them as it is. ठीक है? Leave them as it is. फिर once you have read through all the 25 questions of the second chapter, go to the second subject, go to the third subject, start reading the 25 questions of the third subject. Same चीज करो. all the easy questions done and dusted, all the average questions mark as review, ठीक है, and all the difficult questions leave them, कुछ मत करो, छोड़ दो, पूरा छोड़ दो, सीधा आगे बढ़ जाओ. Clear है? What is the benefit of this process? Can anyone tell me?
इजी क्वेश्चंस नहीं मिस आउट
इसी क्वेश्चंस एक बार में खत्म हो जाएगा एंड काफी इजी क्वेश्चंस रहेंगे तो उसका उतना देन एंड देयर मार्क्स हो जाएगा.
Exactly.
क्वेश्चंस के बाद
Time
पार्ट
management.
रिव्यू वाला ट्राई कर
Sir, we'll secure.
हाँ, this is a defensive way कि at least पेपर में जितना भी easy questions है, you have marked them all. Easy questions का marks छूटना is a sin. ठीक है, that is a irreparable loss. So by this process, at least you have ensured कि जितना भी easy questions है पेपर में, you have completed, you have done them. And take my word for it, if you are able to solve all the easy questions of the paper, your cutoff is clear. ठीक है, cutoff का tension नहीं रहेगा. Your cutoff in that paper is clear. ठीक है, although cutoff clear होना is not the same as getting admission into good college, right? जैसे in the mains paper, mains का paper 300 का होता है, ठीक है. The general cutoff out of 3 is something like 70 to 80. 70 to 80 marks is the average cutoff. 80 around. ठीक है, round about 80 is the average cutoff, right? और depending on अगर पेपर में ज्यादा easy questions है, then it could go up till 100. But इससे ऊपर कभी भी नहीं जाएगा. 100 is the upper limit of the cutoff. So if this cutoff is clear, so that ensures that you are now eligible to take the advanced exam. Okay. So all these easy questions will ensure your cutoff is clear. You no longer have to worry about the cutoff. So you are appearing for the advanced exam. Now, and because all of these were easy questions, and all of them took less than 1 minute to solve, so it actually saves a lot of time as well. Probably ideally you should be able to solve all the easy questions within the first hour of the paper, right? I hope everyone is okay with this. 1 घंटे में सारे easy questions तो solve कर ही सकते हो.
Yes sir.
Okay, so that's still 1 hour, or even if it takes a little more time in reading, because you also have to include the reading time. So even if it takes 1 hour 15 minutes, you still are left with let's say 1 hour 45 minutes, and then that time you can focus into the second category, the average questions. Okay. Now the advantage is when you go back to the average questions, you don't have to read the question again, because question to already पढ़ के रखा है. So a rough go through will let you know okay, this was the thing that you had to do in the question, and you can start with the solution. ठीक है? I hope everyone is okay with this. Now अब देखो, so I hope everyone is okay with this process.
Yes sir.
Okay. Now again,
Yes,
I am not saying that all of you must follow this process, but it is like Varun sir would have suggested something, Radesh sir would have suggested something, I am suggesting something. Now it is time for experimentation. You would be taking a lot of these mock tests as we move ahead, and with every mock test you must experiment a new process. And let's say the next 5 or 10, 5 to 5 or 7, let's take up to next 7 mock tests that we have. Use those next 7 mock tests as experiment. Try out each and every method, different combinations, different permutations that can be created out of these possibilities, and get to boil down to or finalize one particular method that works for you.
So you're talking about
Correct.
part test, right?
Obviously I'm talking about mock tests. मतलब you don't have to do these things in terms of short test. Short test में तो time ही नहीं है इतना सब कुछ करने का. What I'm talking about is how to take the actual exam. जो final exam होगा उसमें कैसे strategy develop करोगे. Clear है? So now take all of this into account and experiment over the next few part tests that we have, and come down to a method which is more suitable for you. हाँ बोलो.
Sir, there's some person who is just messaging me privately and he's just messaging me slang. one person named Swapanjan. I don't know who is this, but
Okay, let me just check it out.
I don't know. So it's private, sir. How would you do? I don't know how he could. He's sending me privately.
Okay. Block कर देना यार. Okay. Anyways, now coming back to this. Okay. Now, how to go about doing a good score? So, as we have already discussed, out of 300, you need to score 200 plus to get into a decent college. Now, 200 implies that you need to solve 50 questions correctly. Okay, tab 200 hoga. Now, in order to be able to solve 50 questions correctly, you must at least attempt 60 to 65 questions. ये minimum number of attempt होना चाहिए. Minimum number of attempt. Because considering that you have attempted 60 questions and it is very obvious 100% accuracy is almost impossible. कुछ silly mistake होगा, कुछ conceptual mistake होगा, somewhere around or the other, there will be questions, कुछ questions को पढ़ने में गलती हो जाएगा, whatever. So there are n reasons because of which some questions you would definitely get wrong. Okay. So if I assume that you have 8 questions wrong, out of the 60 questions, 8 questions wrong हो गया, तो 60 में से 8 तो ये ऐसे गया, so that leaves you with 52 correct questions, and this will give you a -8. So 52 में से -8 is effectively 2 correct questions gone. So that will leave you with 50 questions correct. I hope you understand the math.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
ये वाला मैथ सबको समझ में आया ना, लास्ट वाला?
Yes, sir.
ठीक है, तो that should be your target, that in the 3 hours duration you must target to attempt at least 60 questions out of the 75. मतलब उतना तो एकदम bare minimum है. ठीक है, तब जाके you would get a score of around 200 or something close to it. ठीक है, depending on your accuracy, and the more you can attempt the better. Obviously उस पे तो कोई है ही नहीं, there is no upper limit to it. उसके बाद 60 के बाद it depends on your preparation, that how and your speed. Okay, your preparation and your speed, that how many questions you are actually able to solve. But 60 would be the bare minimum. That is the thing that you should target to begin with, at being able to attempt 60 questions in 3 hours. That should be your first target. Once you achieve that, now then try to increase your speed with every test and go to like 61, 62, 63, 65, as many questions as possible. Now, in order to be able to attempt that many questions, you would need a very strong preparation base. Questions आते ही नहीं, आएगा ही नहीं, तो attempt कैसे करोगे? Okay, so that is where preparation will come into picture. You must have a very sound and a very thorough preparation to be able to answer 65 questions out of 75 questions. Okay. In the first mock test, because it was the first mock test, let me tell you, all the questions were very the level of the questions, or let's say the level of the paper, was average. It was a very average paper. Most of the questions were simple. There were hardly any difficult questions in each of the subjects: physics, chemistry, maths. You have 4 to 5 questions. 4 to 5 questions in per subject difficult were not there. Even 5 questions per subject were not difficult, right? So the average was, it was a very average paper. So don't expect that in the main exam you will also get a paper like that. As we keep on taking more tests, the level of difficulty will also keep on increasing. Okay, so that you are attuned to the level of the main exam, right? So does anyone have any further questions regarding this process? Hello?
No, sir.
Sir, should we ever try to recheck our questions, our answers?
No, not at all. Not at all. Okay. For the simple reason being, first reason is your preparation should be so strong that you are confident in yourself that whatever you're solving is correct. Okay. That should be the level of confidence that you have within you. If you have solved something, if you have gotten an answer, that answer is correct. Okay. Come hell and heaven, your answer is correct. That level of confidence is required.
So, but sometimes, like in the part test, only my 2 questions were wrong. Then I rechecked. I was rechecked.
हो सकता है, कोई issue नहीं है. But the problem is कि you will not have such a luxury of time that you are able to go through. यार ये बोर्ड एग्जाम नहीं है जिसमें पूरा पेपर 2 घंटे में खत्म करके लास्ट 1 घंटे में वापस से सारा आंसर चेक कर लिया. ठीक है. Even if you are able to attempt all the questions within the stipulated time, that would be an achievement in and of itself. ठीक है ना. So target यही करो कि whatever you are solving, you have to solve it in one go. There are no second takes in the paper. You don't have that much of time to check every answer that you have found out. Get it? Even at
It's
home,
just
when
like,
when you're
sir,
practicing at home, try practicing in the same way. कि you must get the answer in one go. बार बार वापस चेक करके या silly mistakes हटा के you should avoid doing that. हाँ बोलो.
सर लाइक सपोज हमने 65 क्वेश्चंस कर लिया एंड
हाँ.
तब टाइम बचा है, तब क्या
Then obviously,
चेक
if
करेंगे कि
you-
नया क्वेश्चन करेंगे?
हाँ. That depends. देखो, if you have attempted 60-65 questions, मतलब ये वाला गोल तो पूरा हो गया है, and the remaining 10 questions you don't know how to solve them. ठीक है? Then instead of trying to break your heads over something that you don't know, it is better to recheck. तब recheck कर लो when you have already completed 65 questions and you don't know how to solve the remaining 10 questions. Then go for a recheck. Then and only then go for a recheck. Whatever 5 minutes, 10 minutes you have remaining, you can go for a recheck. Clear? But until and but if you have questions from the first 2 sections still remaining, okay, that is to say easy questions or average questions के department में you still have questions remaining, always go for new questions rather than checking for the previous questions. Clear? Because ये भी तो सोचो ना, out of the 50 questions, it is not like कि हर question में silly mistake किया होगा, ऐसा तो hopefully नहीं करोगे, right?
हाँ सर.
So out of the 50 questions, there would be 4 or 5 questions जिसमें silly mistake किया है. Now searching for those 5 questions out of the 50 questions will require time itself. ऐसा थोड़ी ना कि जो first question click किया वही silly mistake वाला निकल जाएगा, है ना? So it
Yes,
all
sir.
comes down to how many questions you have solved, how many questions are remaining, and what are the type of questions remaining. अगर जो questions बचा हुआ है कुछ आता ही नहीं है, then obviously go for a recheck. There is no point in idling. Go for a recheck. But if there are still questions that you know that you can solve, obviously you'd go for new questions rather than searching for old questions. So these are a lot of scenarios and cases that you would personally experience as you keep on taking more and more mock tests. ठीक है, बहुत सारा चीज एक्सपीरियंस करने को मिलेगा, and those experience will build your exam temperament and your judgmental power. ठीक है, you need to have a very strong judgment power. ठीक है, you have to be decisive, very decisive in the exam. ठीक है, एग्जाम में जाके ये नहीं यार ये करूं या नहीं करूं या ये ऐसे करूं या वैसे करूं, ये वाला सिनेरियो नहीं होता है. ठीक है, if you are taking the main exam and you are still indecisive, you don't know how to go about taking the exam, तो एग्जाम तो वहीं पे खत्म है. Irrespective of your preparation, your exam is done and dusted there itself. You have to be very clear in your mindset about your approach towards the exam. You must have pinned down, or you must have got down to a specific method of taking the exam which is suitable for you, and you should have practiced that over and over and made it perfect. ठीक है, उसको perfection तक लेके जाना, you should have reached perfection in that method. ठीक है, there is no scope for experimentation in the exam. जितना भी experimentation करना है, do it in the mock test that we will be conducting. ठीक है, and finish it within class 11. Once you go to class 12, you must by the time you reach to class 12, you must have gone down to one particular method that is suitable for you and works for you. And then after in class 12, any and every mock test that you take, you must take it with the same method and take it to perfection. Whatever small errors that may still be there within that method, iron them out and make sure that by the time that we reach the examination, you have a perfect method of taking the tests, perfect method of taking the exams. Okay, having a particular set process and going about the exams arbitrarily. Okay, there is at least a 20% difference in marks within these two. सर उठा के चले गए एग्जाम देने, कुछ भी कर रहे हो, and एक proper सब कुछ तरीके से कर रहे हो, it can create a difference of 20% in marks, and 20% is huge. Okay, it is absolutely huge. Clear, everyone?
So how many mock tests will we have in class 11?
Near about 7 to 8. Okay, we have already have. Now from here on, roughly at the interval of 1.5 months, you will be having a mock test. Every 1.5 months, we will be having a mock test. Okay, 1.5 months पे होगा. So 7 के around mock test हो जाएगा till next March.
तो पीछे वाला चैप्टर भी इंक्लूड हो जाएगा.
हाँ. There will be a set of new chapters along with a set of old chapters. Not all the old chapters. जैसे maybe second जो mock test होगा उसमें a couple of chapters, new chapters. जैसे if we do it maths का, तो maths में there would be quadratic equations, trigonometric equations. These would be the 2 new chapters that we will have done, and 1 chapter from the previous, probably maybe trigonometry. Okay, 1 chapter from the previous scenario, previous things that we have done. Same चीज ऐसे ही होगा. Third mock test जो होगा उसमें 2 new chapters of that mock test with 1 old chapter. तो उसमें probably sequence and series आ जाएगा. Something like that. But there will always be a mixture of current topics and old topics so that तुम लोग revision भी करते रहो. ऐसा नहीं है कि जो जैसे trigonometry अगर अभी कर लिया तो 6 महीने trigonometry practice नहीं करेंगे. सीधा जब एग्जाम आएगा तब revision करेंगे. फिर तो सारा formulas ही भूल जाओगे. ठीक है. So we'll ensure that you are in touch with the previous topics as well. Right?
सर वैसे हम लोग कितना रफ स्पेस देते हैं?
रफ स्पेस तो या जितना लोगे यू विल गेट A4 शीट्स. जितना A4 शीट्स चाहिए उतना A4 शीट्स ले लेना. या ऐसा कोई
सर बट मेंस तो ऑनलाइन होता है ना.
हाँ तो ऑनलाइन होता है, सेंटर पे जाके देना होता है. वो सेंटर पे A4 शीट्स का पैड रखा होता है. जितना A4 शीट्स मांगोगे उतना A4 शीट्स मिल जाएगा. ठीक है. नो वन इज फाइटिंग ओवर यू विद ओवर A4 शीट्स. दुनिया में A4 शीट्स का कमी है क्या?
सर एग्जाम का जो स्क्रीन होगा वो जेनिथ के स्क्रीन जैसा ही होगा.
हाँ मतलब योर स्टैंडर्ड लैपटॉप 15 इंचेस.
नहीं मतलब all those options and all everything will be similar only, right?
हाँ पूरा जो टेस्ट प्लेटफॉर्म यहाँ पे है और जो टेस्ट प्लेटफॉर्म वहाँ पे होगा around 80 to 90% of things would be same. बस orientation अलग अलग हो सकता है. Some things that we have on the left hand side they might have it on the right hand side. How does it matter? ठीक है ना. So चलो with this I'll end the meeting for today. ठीक है. For the discussion of any doubts we will this week I will be conducting one-on-one sessions. So anyone who has any sort of doubts ping करो मेरे को and get a one-on-one session for yourself. ठीक है. चलो bye bye everyone. I'll see you next
Bye,
week
sir.
on our regular
Bye,
timing.
sir.
Okay, Sunday.
Bye, sir.
Bye bye. Take care.